Yep, I guess we are live. So hello everyone, welcome back. So today I'm just going to play some Blitz game, and that's going to be fun. So I'm going to analyze my games. I'm going to start with 3 minute Blitz on Chess.com. So if you are interested, just challenge me, and we are going to play together. And let's try to analyze. So yeah, I just don't want to waste any further time. Like my goal is to reach 2150 till the stream ends. So yeah, let's start. It's going to be very much fun if you guys also send the challenges to me so that it would be a very interactive communication session, I would say. So our opponent is trying to play Benoni. Okay, so he plays b5, we can take over here. And a6, we have a very interesting variation with the move e3. With the idea of knight c3, knight f3, e4, a4. And it's a very interesting way to play. We can take with the bishop. And now we are having short castle in the bag. Bishop a6 definitely taking is one of the moves that can be played. I'm thinking bishop g5 because that also looks a pretty decent move to me. If he takes, I can take with the pawn. We can trade off the rook. We can trade off the machine over here. And on knight b6. Now after knight b6, I'm already thinking of queen a7, which attacks the knight, attacks the e7 pawn, and I'm already feeling pretty comfortable over here. Knight d7, maybe just getting the another rook to a1. Rook a6 is coming up. It already feels pretty good for the white side. Just let me adjust the mic. Yeah. So we have h6. Simply dropping the bishop back looks like a fine move to me. g5, I'm not really scared of g5. Queen 8, we can definitely trade off the queen. And we can go into the endgame. That's no problem. And that's definitely no brainer. And now knight a4 looks good. Like knight a4 looks good. Knight b6, b3 maybe. Yeah, that looks good to me. Knight b6, I'm having b3. And then these 2 pawns are going to be very deadly if it takes. And if it doesn't take, I think I'm already having some knight d2, knight c4 ideas, which should be good. And okay, he pushes up the pawn to f5. So how to respond to it? So taking is definitely one move that can be considered. But the move doesn't really satisfy me. But I'm going to take. And my idea is to put the knight to h4. Try to attack the f5 pawn. And we are going to see what happens. Okay, it takes over here. And I guess bishop g2 is kind of a forced move to be played, maybe. Bishop g2 covering all the dark squares. And I'm thinking of bishop a5 and trying to push the pawn. Like, I'm not seeing anything wrong with this idea. And now maybe I'm also making the square for the knight to go on g2 to c4. So how is our opponent going to reply? Pushes up the pawn to e5. So now I'm thinking, like, how is he going to answer the pawn push? He pushes up the pawn. I can pull my knight back with the idea of knight c4. So b7 is also coming at the same time. What is his idea? Bishop to d4. Maybe try to push the pawn, maybe. I'm not sure. So I would like to push my pawn. He can actually push. So I'm really having takes available to me. I can at least take over here. And can move my king. And if it takes the knight, my bishop is already protecting the knight. So there's no, like, Nothing to worry about. And now knight c4 looks good. I'm not really scared of knight c6. He can't really take over here. And I can already grab the pawn. This is hanging. So he pushes the pawn, okay, that's fine. Can I play knight b6? And trade off the material and play bishop c7, push the pawn? Attacking his pieces. I can take over here. I believe everything is falling apart for him. That's what I personally feel. And the endgame is winning. I can even push. And actually start pushing up the pawn. And it's winning. That's winning. That's winning. The knight is trapped. And that's winning. Why is he even playing? Yeah. So that's a win. I would say a very good game played by me, personally speaking up, because like if I just try to analyze this game, like till here everything is pretty modern. We can take bishop g5 was a good move, I personally felt. Put the queen and the rook at the same file. Went into the endgame with the idea of knight f4, b3 taking over here. Maybe taking was a bad move overall speaking up. Maybe I was thinking to play knight g2, but that's again a bad move. Maybe push. Push is also a bad move. Can I take the knight? Yeah, I can. And takes. The question is how to continue now. Maybe knight d2 now. Or can I take the pawn? Yeah, taking the pawn. And if he takes the pawn back, white is having something, maybe, yeah. Bishop g2 is a good move. If you take, I would play bishop a5 with the threat of pushing up the pawn. And I believe this would have worked if I would have went for this. But that's fine, we still won. Overall speaking, in the endgame, I was able to convert the game. Okay, let's play knight f6. And play e6, I guess. Then let's play c5. Let's try to play some Sicilian idea. I don't know. Maybe g5 can come in. And okay, we have reverse Grunfeld. So that's pretty. Okay, not reverse Grunfeld, my bad. Bishop e6, let's take. Bishop g5, h6. Bishop e7, what's wrong? If he takes, I can take back with the bishop. Definitely losing a tempo, but that doesn't really hurt much. Takes rook e8, rook c8 coming up. It looks fine for me. And I believe I can push maybe. And now he's definitely having 95 available. And he's going to go for it. And now rook c8. He takes. And now checking with the b pawn makes much more sense, I believe. Though checking with the rook also looks pretty good. But I would like to check with the rook. Because after pawn checks e4 was a good move. Yeah, still e4. And now I can take. I can double check on e4 and play rook b6. That's my idea. So how is he going to reply to it? Okay, he played bishop to e5. That's interesting. Rook b6 is available to me. I would like to play rook b6, attacking the b2 pawn. Bishop f5 is available to me. I can also play knight d5. That also looks good. Bishop f5 looks good over here. Putting some pressure over here. Knight takes. I can at least take double take over here and take on b2. He can't take over here. If he takes over here, he gives up the strong bishop and also losing up the d4 pawn. Bishop f5 looks quite a good move to me. Rook over here, I can't push, but bishop is hanging, so that's a good move. Okay, so the question is how to continue. I can play bishop b4, pinning up over here, and now I can take with the queen. Yes, I guess I can take with the queen. Bishop takes, and now... Is there anything good? I can at least take over here. Knight take... Okay, takes with the rook. And taking over here makes a lot of sense now. Queen takes or pawn takes is the question. Queen takes I'm not really worried about. b2 is hanging, so you can take the c4. If pawn takes, this is not... Like, the c4 pawn is not weak anymore. And the c3 is a weakness. So yeah, that's good. That's still fine by me. Rook d8 getting just pieces into the game. I don't know, g6 maybe. He can trade on e8 if he wants to trade. And I'll play king g7. So threatening a mate. You need to go a bit passive now. Maybe. And after rook check, I can even go king g7. That also looks good to me. He blended mate in 2. I don't know. That's it. So once again, I believe I played a pretty good game. Overall picking up. Like, this is all fine. c4 was fine after all. Bishop f5 was good. Takes over here. And yeah, like, maybe rook d8 was not the best. But here, this was just horrible, yeah? Let's play a new game. Let's start with 1 e4. Let's play knight f3. Bishop c4, the Italian. And b4 is one of a good line to play the Ivan's gambit. With the idea of c3, g4 coming up. So queen b3 is generally the line. Queen e7 or queen f6. Two moves are there for black. I can also push the pawn, followed by even pushing up the pawn further. There are already many ideas to be played in this position. Let's push the pawn to d4. I want to make some real chaos on the board of chess. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's play d5. Let's play e5. Let's take over here. And let's play king g1. I'm fine with rook e1. Let's see how he's going to deal with it. Threats over here, threats over here. I don't know, maybe I can develop the bishop for fun. Bishop e2 looks fine to me as well in this position. F3 also looks fine, but it gives him the time to play knight f6, which I personally don't want. So I would like to play bishop e2, attacking the queen, and asking some serious questions to him. Rook e1 now now he's going to play knight e7. And we can play bishop a3, but he's having push. Though we are going to do it. If he pushes the pawn, we are having this check. And if we put the knight over here, we are having this check and winning the queen. So we won a piece now. Maybe he's not. Maybe he will go for a short castle now because he needs to protect his king now. Yep. I can take and play and pull the queen back. That looks like a good move. Okay, he's having the knight over here. So that was a bad move by me. King c1, what's happening? Queen e2, bishop d3, maybe knight c3 coming up next. Maybe knight c3, yeah. Knight c3 looks good to me. Knight c3 looks good, yeah. I would play knight c3 with the idea of king b2 and getting the final rook to over here. So first, let's trade off the rook. He can take on g2 if he wants. I'm not really concerned with that pawn, though it is definitely an important pawn. It was. Now it's no more. King b2 can take this as well. That's pretty annoying. I'm losing too much material. How to continue? I don't see a good way to play in this position. I don't know, maybe just queen g3. Maybe. Queen goes over here. Okay, he's threatening mate in 1. Maybe queen c3 back. Pushing up the pawn, giving up the pawn, opening up the b file for the opening up the b, like the b diagonal. He can push maybe. Now I've got to take over here. And now that's winning. It's winning actually. He got to trade off the material and it's winning for me now. Though he's having too many pawns, but the bishop pair can do the thing. Okay, let's have a perpetual and draw and let's go home. So it was a serious game, but I was extremely low on time, so I decided to take out a draw. So okay, so we have BP saying first, I am 1000 elo in blitz at 13. Is it good? Like to be true, it all depends upon, like, first of all, it's a good rating. I would say not a good, but it's a decent rating. Depending upon how long are you playing chess, like how long has it been since you're playing chess? Can you specify? BP. We have 95. So 95 is concerned. Okay, we have C5 available over here. C5 is good move. E3 we can take. Rook B8. My idea is to trade off the bishop, because the bishop is extremely strong. So trading off the bishop helps me, I believe. I would like to trade off the bishop pair. Okay, the knight goes back. Maybe his idea could be to play bishop f4 or something. Okay, so there are many ideas available. I would like to centralize my knight, I believe. Maybe put the bishop over here. Rook b4, rook c7, bishop f6. And a queen d7 with the idea of rook c8, or maybe rook b8. Both the moves look quite appealing. Knight. Okay, I'm not really scared. I can push, I guess. I guess I can't. So I would like to get the rook to c8. Could I have what has something with it for sure. Okay, so we have rook c1. We can improve our position further via h6. That looks quite a good move. Knight h5, fine move. I can play bishop g5 and trade one of his defenders and take away the f4 square. The knight is kind of awkwardly placed now there. Followed by queen e7. And now my idea is g6. You have to play g4, but then it weakens up the square. And I guess I can push now, which traps up his knight. On h5, and I would be a piece up with a good position. Like the king is a weak, but that's fine, I believe. That's fine. We are going to adjust a bit. h4. It looks like fine move, but I guess I'm having c3 and trading off everything now, getting all my pieces into the game. Taking over here, maybe taking over here. Taking over here, getting the rook over here. Black is having many threats. I can take at least. I can give a check. I can give another check, I guess. And I can at least go into the end game, which is completely winning for me. But I would first like to grab some more material, because he's having absolutely nothing left in the position. And once again, I believe I played a pretty good game. If I try to analyze the game, it was the standard Catalan. c5, I took and played knight c6. Bishop b7. Knight g5, rook c7, preventing everything. Queen d7, rook c8, h6, improving the position, doing nothing. And now bishop g5, and the knight is kind of trapped over there. g6 takes, and now just t3 ends the game. I believe this game, the game that I played over here now, was simply a classic one. And that's it. The game is over. So a very good game, I would say, personally speaking up. So now my rating is 2136. 14 more rating, and we are going to might probably end the stream there. Bishop a6. We can take on c4. And now the question is, I can play bishop e7 with bishop g5, with d6 maybe. Maybe. g6 looks fine with bishop b7 going back. He can have a nice center, but it doesn't really change the fact that I'm a pawn up. a6, a5 can be met with b5, short castle, rook e1. So I guess knight d7 looks good to me, getting all my pieces into the game. Rook c1. So can I go c5 in this position? First I would like to play rook c8. Then I will give it a bit thought. Should I push c5 or should I not? Okay, so I'm winning a pawn over here, I believe, if I'm not wrong. I can take, and his idea is to push. I can take everything. And what is his idea? He's hitting this pawn, okay. It's kind of consolidated with like this small c6. Like, obviously this looks a passive structure, but I'm 2 pawns up, which is pretty good deal. And okay, let's try to trade off material. I don't mind being like having my pawns on g7, f7 or and f6, as long as I'm 2 pawns up. I would like to trade off pieces as much as possible. I can take, that's a possibility. I would like to go for it. With rook e8 coming up, trading one pair of rooks maybe. Maybe queen d7 can be a good move after queen f5. So black is just too much material ahead, and this looks a good position. If you play bishop h3, I can take over here, and rook e8. And now I can take over here. Yep. And she can play rook e8. A bit concerned with takes, yeah, exactly. I think I should take with the knight and put my pawns at the light squares to limit the bishop. And now just focus on pushing up the pawns. And once I get this pawn push in, it should be a win for me. Maybe. Okay, first king g7 maybe. If queen check, maybe I'm having knight f6 over there. h6, taking some precautions. And now we are finally prepared to push the pawn further. Maybe after knight f6 it would be a bit more appropriate as it takes more squares. I would like to push the pawn now with the idea of this. And now he's not really having anything like knight g4 shove. So this looks winning. And how is he going to respond to queen d5? Like having multiple threats. Okay, so we have Chess Freaks one and only, who is Mrinal Shah. He says, "Hey noob." So I'm not a noob. You can send the challenge, and we can figure out who is the noob. It's a mate in one. So yeah, with this we even increased. Okay, so with this win we have successfully reached 2150 rating, but the computer shows we have made one blunder, and we are going to check it. Like where did we went wrong? Like takes was bad move, but this was winning. C6 looked a good move. Bishop d6 was fine. Okay, here queen d7 there was something wrong over here. Maybe takes and the bishop h3 maybe. Yes, this was the best reply that white should have gone with. So we have Chess Freak saying, Ujjwal, I am also gonna stream now. Ek game ho jaye. Definitely, let's play a game. Kushal Bohra in the chat says, let's see who is noob then. Chess Freak versus Zero Shit. Oh, okay, one shot. Zero shot, what? I guess he wants to say Chess Freak versus one shot. Okay, let's play a game. I'll send you the challenge, Chess Freak. Just write down your ID in the chat below. Or are you one of my friends? Nope, you are not. You have to send your ID, Chess Freaks, in the chat, and I'll send you the challenge. Or you can send me the challenge. My ID is chess_vibes1, and yeah, feel free to challenge me. So yeah, I'm waiting for Chess Freaks to respond, and we are going to play a game. Chess Freak. Okay. Okay, yeah. So we have founded Chess Freak's ID, and we are going to send him a challenge now. And we have successfully sent him the challenge, but it shows that Chess Freaks is playing. So let's try to see how does Chess Freaks play. Okay, let's watch the game of Chess Freaks, and it's going to be a bit fun over there. And okay, the game has been abandoned, so we can send him the challenge if he doesn't mind. Okay, so we have sent him the challenge, but okay, let's abort the game. I want to play with Chess Freaks now. Let's send him the challenge. Okay, so I've successfully sent the challenge to Chess Freaks. Okay, wait for 2 minutes going live. Okay, yeah. Mrinal, in which time control raya jo hai? Okay, yeah. So let's see. So yeah, Chess Freaks is a YouTube channel who is also going to stream. He's one of my friends, so yeah. Let's see who plays better. One shot chess or Chess Freaks. It's going to be 12. So a bit late. So chess freaks, can you do a bit? Like, can you speed up a bit because I need to go to sleep? And yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, waiting for chess freaks to accept the challenge. Let's check. Has he started streaming? He has not. So okay, let's play a game, I guess. Chill this guy. Start his stream. So let's play 1d4. Let's play 1d4, guys. And let's play e4. Let's play knight c3. Bishop e3, f3, queen d2, and stuff like that. And okay, he's trying to play the hedgehog structure, which is considered quite good. Let's play h4. Expecting his b5. Let's play g3, bishop g2, knight e2. Yeah, so let's do a short castle. Now we can actually push the pawn to a4, allowing his b4. Knight g1. And now c3. Having a quite nice pawn structure. We can get our rook to c1. Attacking the queen. And now we can check with the knight, I believe. Because the b5 square is a bit weak and a soft square. And now rook d1, getting all the pieces into the game. And here we can definitely take with the bishop, because his bishop is extremely strong. So trading off one bishop pair doesn't seem like a bad idea to me. If he takes with the bishop, I can take with the queen as well. And that looks pretty tempting to me, to be true. I would like to take with the queen, attacking his d6 pawn. I was thinking knight d4, but queen b6, it was not very comfortable. Okay, let's play king h2. And now let's finally take with the knight. We are going to have knight to b5, improve our position. I'm going to see how is he going to respond to it. So finally, one pawn up. Knight b3, we can play rook d1. We can take with the knight. Maybe the knight can go over here, but I'm not really too concerned with it. Because, okay, I simply missed knight b4. So that was a bad move I missed. Though he still missed it. So that's quite lucky, I guess. Though I have to improve my position, rook d2 now. And I'm going to chop off this pawn. And somehow I simply lost all my advantage because I made a stupid move. Knight b6, how to continue? Maybe can simply improve my position with bishop f1. Can take maybe. And can play bishop b5. Maybe g4. I can give a check at least. And now let's play g4. Okay, let's play knight a4, defending the pawn. King g3. Activating the king as well. I can run away like this. Like, it's not running away, but setting up some threat. Need to play a bit fast. So with this, our opponent has finally resigned, and yeah, Kushal Bora says it will send challenge. Yeah. So okay, we are going to send the challenge to Mrinal Shah now. So okay, chess freaks, I would say. Let's send him the challenge of 3 minutes, and we have successfully sent him the challenge. And let's see who is going to win. I guess it's going to be the last game of the day. Did he just rejected my offer? So does Chess Freaks wanna play? Or not? I'm going to send him the challenge once more, and expecting him to accept the challenge. Will he? Okay, so Chess Freaks have finally accepted the challenge. Let's play the French. And we have the exchange on the board. We are going to play c5. And we can play c4. With bishop to e7, I believe, is a fine way to play. We can take and short castle. With knight c6. Seems like a good move. Knight c3, we always have bishop b4 in our bag. Bishop f4, a bit dicey. Bishop b4 is always a good move. We can play it. Like, it covers all the dark squares. And we are not really committing anything. So that's one more good thing. Rook a4, I did not really understood the idea. I can play rook e8. Knight e5 or something is the idea. I guess let's play a5 just for the sake of defending the bishop. Knight e5, we can take over here, I believe. Can we? Can we take? Takes. I guess we can take over here. And nothing seems wrong. He can take with the b pawn. He took with the bishop. So that's once again a bit strange, I would say. We're going to play knight to d5, centralizing the knight. He can take if he wants, but it only weakens up his light squares too much. He went with developing his queen. That's fine. Bishop b7 looks a good move. Knight b6 looks a good move. We are going to go with knight b6. He can take though. Then bishop d7 is a very strong move, which attacks many things. We can take the c4 bishop now and can play bishop a6. Bishop e6 is also pretty tempting move. I would like to play bishop to e6. I can give up this pawn because rook c8 is winning the pawn c4 back. If it takes, we can also check on d4. I guess we could have also checked the d4 directly, but we are still attacking both the pawns, so that's still fine. Let's check this pawn, attack the bishop and the rook, and I guess we are winning a piece. So a free piece incoming, guys. Let's see what move is he going to make, because it's just a free piece now. And maybe a resign going to come soon. So yeah, I think maybe Chess Freaks is going to resign. Shall we play another game? Or shall we end the stream with a good note? On a good note. We can play another game, that's still fine. Like, what's this? Like, I can still take everything. I'm again attacking the rook and the bishop. I'm just a piece up. Okay, let's take the bishop. Attack the queen. Get the pawn. Or we can even just focus on pushing up the pawn. And that's winning. We can take the c4 pawn. And that's absolutely losing for him. And I believe he knows that as well. What is his idea? I can even play queen of 6. That's it, we simply won. So with a 0 mistake, 0 blunder, we can have a rematch. Let's play 1d4. Let's play c4. Okay, so let's play the Catalan. Shall we play the Catalan? With g3. Bishop g2. Short castle maybe? Looks fine to me. Let's play b3, bishop b2. You can also play knight to e4 if you want, but that would be good for me, I believe, because my both the bishops are fianchetted, whereas his Both the bishops are not. Rook c1 looks good to me. Maybe e4 can also be a good move. Maybe bishop a3 now. He went with bishop c5. Okay, so what's his idea? I would like to take on d7. And would like to play bishop b2. Keeping the bishops on the board, having a strong bishop which is aiming at the king side is looking very strong to me. a3 looks good. e3 looks good. Let's play e3. Now his idea is rook d8. That's a good idea. We can play queen f3. He can't push or take because the bishop is hanging. And we are also threatening to take the knight as well. We can take over here. And can go into the endgame. Which should be good for us because his pawn structure is a bit bad. And now the question is how to continue further. He wants to push. And we definitely don't want him to push. We can first play bishop h3. Asking the rook. Rook c7 is fine. Rook over here. Maybe this was a bad move because it simply allows him to push this pawn now. So finally a bad move by me. We are going to remove all the tension by trading one pair of rook only. And then simply going to dominate with one rook. We are having 50 seconds on the clock. Let's play king f1. He's having bishop over here. A bit uncomfortable, I would say, for me. Okay, let's trade. Let's trade. Maybe he can push if I'm giving check was a bad idea, I personally believe. Let's play f4 now, trying to somehow cement, kind of somehow limiting his king. And yeah, with this we win the game. I would say a tough fight this time by chess freaks. Let's play another game. So we have Param Chess who says hello hello. Hello Param. Prashant Singh says playing viewers or random. We are actually playing one of the viewers, and yeah, who is also actually streaming at the same time. So that's pretty interesting. Knight f3, knight f6, h3. Okay, h3 is actually a very interesting move because it actually now kills one of the sidelines. Short castle now. Now we are going to play a bit slow. A bit slow chess now. Maybe knight over here. But I'm having bishop f4 available. Though I can first take over here. And get my rook to e8. And now the question is how to continue further. We can play c5. We don't really mind him taking on d6. We are also planning to push the pawn to c4. Bishop b5 was a good move by him. Bishop c6 looks good to me. Would like to trade off the good bad bishop with a good bishop. That makes a couple of sense. So Bhavya says, okay, we have Bhavya in the chat who says, Bhavya, who says, where are you from? I'm from Ahmedabad, Gujarat, which is in India. We have bishop d3. We can, I think we can push the pawn, attacking the bishop, kicking the bishop back to f1. And I believe we are already starting to press a bit in this position. Knight e4 looks good now. He have to take, I believe, kind of. He will, I think he will take on g6 now. We are starting to press little by little. I don't really mind giving up the bishop pair because it looks fine. Okay, now the idea is to put the bishop let's check with the queen. Bishop f4 is coming up. And now queen d7, putting pressure over here, putting pressure over here. Okay, now this was a good move. I missed it. I totally missed it. Let's the queen c8. With the idea of this. He can take if he wants. He can't really take now. And I'm already threatening to take on h3, so he has to take. He has to take or he has to play king h2 now. I believe taking is the best move because king h2 allows me to play bishop f5, which is a very strong move now. And now the question is how to continue further. His knight is pretty good. We can take it if he doesn't mind giving up the knight. Maybe checking with the pawn. But now knight c5 with the idea of knight b3 coming up. Bishop g4 was good. My bad. Bishop g4 was very good. Now the rook is coming in. So maybe first pulling the queen back. Defending everything. Having some checks possibilities up my sleeves. Rook is also going in. Let's give him a check. Put the rook at the last rank to try to checkmate him. And I guess with queen d3 we literally end the game. We can take with the pawn, we can push the pawn, and we can get the king. Can give a check, and this is how we win. So I would say again a very good game played by us. So okay, Bhavya says, okay, are you federated? Yes, I am federated. I'm having a rating of 1.7, like around 17. You give around 1800. But yeah, that's it. I think beating 3-0 is a good day. So thank you Chess Freaks for playing 3 games. We are going to play definitely next time. I have to sadly end the stream because it's a bit too late in India. So thank you for watching. Sorry Kushal Bora, I can't. I have to sleep now. But definitely thank you Mrinal Shah for playing. And we are going to definitely play next time. So thank you for watching, everyone who watched the stream till the end. Thank you for watching. I'm definitely going to come up with more instructive lessons next time. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.